Kurt Busch just taking over the lead here in the Ford 400, lap 181 of 267 in the books. Show you it happened a moment ago. They kept swapping lines on the racetrack, and finally Kurt able to go to the high side and make the pass.
Now Denny's been committed to the bottom side, and looks like he's been getting a really good run to keep Kurt back there. See, this time Kurt goes in a little lower, carries a little more speed, and that's going to translate into a lead change here. Back to the front for the 2.
11th lead change of the day. There have been 7 different leaders, 5 caution flags for 23 laps. Now, you heard earlier Ray Evernham talking about he saw a hole in the top of the 9 car of Casey Kane. And the crew was talking about some debris, a brake rotor that may have hit the top of the car. There's the hole right there in the middle of the 9 in the roof of Casey Kane's Dodge. Speculation was it might have been a brake rotor, and indeed it was. Now watch the circle. That's the part of the brake rotor that had come off of between when the contact between the 42 and the 14 took place.
You see right there, that contact from the wall just split that brake rotor, and there's a piece of it bouncing on the track. And right there, you see it hit the roof of the 9 car.
Like a giant can opener, just peeled open the sheet metal. Why don't we go down to explain? Let's go down to Tim Brewer in the Craftsman Tech Garage.
Thanks, Jerry. The brake rotor right inside this area right here. But what happens on impact when the wheel hits the wall? It basically collapses. When it collapses, it breaks the rotor right here inside of here. You wonder where that big piece is at? The little pieces, they're still out on the racetrack. And as far as some of the flat tires, you can't find all the parts and pieces on the racetrack. You know, the workers work really hard, but when you got fragments of cast iron laying on the racetrack, that's what punctures these rubber tires.
And Tim, thank you. That's a big piece of shrapnel. Just cut a hole in the top of that roof, and it might have been what got Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s tire like a lap or 2 later.
Yeah, and on top of that, Jerry, you know, that's where NASCAR does a really good job. The windshields, the front windshields in these cars are actually 1/4-inch Lexan, almost bulletproof, and that is exactly why, because of things like that happening, it protects the drivers against that piece of debris coming through the windshield.
Exactly right. They want to make sure these drivers are safe. In fact, the crew was looking for that debris in the car when they made the pit. They thought it was inside the car. It had come through the roof in the car, but we saw with that replay it did not. Jeff Burton now taking the 2nd spot away from Denny Hamlin as he will now get up there and see if he can run down Kurt Busch. So it is Busch the leader, Burton in 2nd, Hamlin 3rd, Kyle Busch 4th, and Jimmy Johnson is 5th. Kurt Busch, our leader here at Homestead-Miami Speedway, and we're riding right above him courtesy of our good friends at Goodyear. New Fuel Max tires help you get there on less gas. Calculate your savings at GoodyearTires.com. Nice panoramic view of this 1.5-mile racetrack. We're about 30 miles southwest of the glitz and glamour of Miami Beach. Now there is Kurt Busch, our leader. Burton is in 2nd spot. Denny Hamlin 3rd. Kyle Busch 4th. And what about our points leader, Jimmy Johnson? He's being shown right there in 5th position. Right now the points margin is 150. That's a separation between Johnson and Mark Martin. Martin has yet to lead a lap here today. Now our in-race reporter, Carl Edwards, is running back in 7th spot. We told you he won this race a year ago and has not won yet in 2009.
Okay, bud, it is time to shine here. That sounds good to me.
See, he's sawing that wheel.
They were talking about how this car would probably come to him as it got darker and the track changed, and indeed, DJ, it has got
blowing ahead on the bottom of the 34.
You can see Carl's really having to work the wheel. The car's still not exactly what he's looking for, but this is the best this car's been throughout this race. They took that gamble there early in the race to try to get 2 tires. It did not work out at all. You got an opportunity to get them off of there and get 4. You can see right, that's a great shot.
Got a spin at 2, yellows out, wreck and turn 2. Wreck and turn 2, just get it slowed down. Got the 7 setting crossways on exit.
You heard it from his spotter first there. Robbie Gordon's Toyota has come around and will bring out caution now for the 6th time tonight.
Left side, boys. Yeah, he's rolling here. Lost it. Up in the high groove.
Heard Robbie say he just lost it up in the high groove.
Looking down from the Goodyear blimp, we'll watch Robbie's car come around.
Man, it looks slick up there. Yeah, it's just a fast part of the racetrack. You're back in the gas. See if he gets a little damage right here. Yeah, it does get into the wall a little bit, a little left side damage.
Tried to keep it off the wall, and it just turned right back up, and Eric Darnell just gets by, and he smacks the outside wall. Robbie Gordon just fresh back from running the Baja 1000. He did not practice or qualify the car. They had Matt Crafton in the car. Now, how close are the owner points? We saw the 34 car wreck earlier. That was John Andretti. There's how close they are. You want to be in the top 35 to be guaranteed a starting spot for the first 5 races in 2010.
It looks like that 34 car, Bob Jenkins, is pretty well secured in that spot right now.
Robbie Gordon on pit road, and you see the pace car out picking up Kurt Busch as our leader. Jeff Burton in 2nd spot. Burton has yet to lead a lap today, running 2nd. Hamlin 3rd. Kyle Busch and Jimmy Johnson is being shown in 5th position. By the way, Mark Martin is back in 15th spot. He has not led a lap today yet either. Expecting the leaders to come down pit road. 73 laps to go. They cannot make it from here on fuel. They'll have to make one more stop. If we were to go green at now 45 miles an hour under caution, here they come. Vince.
Getting ready for Kyle Busch to hit his pit box. This has been his worst track. His average finish 29.5. He says the car's loose in and loose off. They're going to make an air pressure adjustment and 4-tire change. Now on the 31 in the middle of your screen, more grip. That's been the call all night long for Jeff Burton. Air pressure adjustment and track bar. Shannon?
Hamlin is tight in the center. They're going to put some tape on the nose, air pressure. They have also told him to start saving fuel. Dave.
Leader Kurt Busch, air pressure adjustment. Hopefully get that vibration out with a new set of tires. He gets a little bit of a break from Jimmy Johnson, who pulls farther forward this time with a tight race car. Wedge and track bar for Johnson.
Our Pepsi Refresh race off pit road. You see Hamlin gains a couple of spots. Boyer up 4 positions.
I tell you, Denny Hamlin's crew's really getting it done. So is Clint Boyer's. You see Johnson lost 4 spots.
Yeah, I think those guys just been extremely careful there. So one thing that could really bite them. We heard Ray Evernham talk about that earlier.
And again, the guys in the 11 team really getting it done, and they know when they've got a good stop going because they can see no one else coming, and their guy is headed off of pit road.